totally dry run, just whatever, like not edited, spelling, grammar, whatever. Just blah on the paper.
Yeah.
That's good. So it doesn't have to be any particular length. It could be one line, right? One line. One line.
Yeah, we're like Kool-Aid. We're cool. We're Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid.
Oh!
A class.
Air five. Washington.
Woo! Washington.
No, you girl. You owe me a soda.
For real. Looking at you, said your name, looked you right in the eye.
People say I have great ideas, but they never seem to make it off the page.
Well, you got
All right, Rahima. Looking at you and saying your name.
Okay. Those are red, violets are blue.
Oh. Okay, go ahead.
I did.
Oh, that was it? I think said you had like 2.5 lines.
I did.
Okay, then.
I have more, but
No, will you read it?
Okay.
We want
You guys already heard it. You guys already heard
No,
it.
I want to hear it again.
Okay. Roses are red. Violets are blue. Everything is sweet except for asparagus. Ugh. I don't think I
Four.
can.
No, you gotta wait for everybody to eat. 3, 2, 1. Poetry. Poetry is something I really struggle in doing. Go ahead, I'm gonna say it out loud.
I'll read it for you.
Who's gonna read it, me or you? I'm gonna let Kabir go first while you find all of your courage. Yay! Okay. Yes. Oh, I like that. Roses are red. Violets are blue. Flowers are sweet. And so are you.
Oh my gosh, my little heart!
One more time.
Okay, drug free, that's how I like to be a Muslim girl. Yes, that's me.
Alright,
It rhymes.
And it rhymes. Hey, it's quite funny.
Ew, asparagus.
We got things.
Oh, you know what
Asparagus
else?
Okay,
I have one line.
Asparagus.
To the boy with the bleary blue eyes who told me racism is over, it's not. You see, the very fact that you felt the need to share this little tidbit of information with me really proves the opposite of your point. Funny how it always seems like the people who claim racism has ceased to exist are the very same people who experience it the least. I wonder if there's a connection there. Spoiler alert, there is. When I asked this boy with the bleary blue eyes where his theory came from, he told me, "We have a black president now. We live in a post-racial America. I don't even see color." Oh right, I totally forgot. I guess it's because our president's been acting so much like his white counterparts lately, one tends to forget he was supposed to be different. You see, when this boy told me of his colorblindness, I smiled and nodded, much like I've been doing for years. But today was not the day for my Seattle-like passive aggression, and so I finally snapped and wrote him a poem. Dear boy with the bleary blue eyes, when you tell me racism is over, you are telling me my battles are no longer worth fighting. When you question why we even bother to march and protest, you are telling me I have no place in your carbon copy world. Let's ignore the fact that a man called me the N-word on the bus last week and somehow managed to make me feel ashamed and embarrassed. Let's ignore the people who told me I only got into college because of the excess melanin on my skin and somehow failed to realize that on most days I'm the only black on the horizon of I'm the only black dot on the horizon of my lecture halls. Let's ignore the actors who go on racist rants and then have the audacity to go on television and tell the world that they're not actually racist. I'm sorry, but if you're yelling at a heckler and the first word that comes out of your mouth is the N-word, you just might be a racist. If you tell a black person to take the bone out of their nose before talking to you, you just might be a racist. If I've just met you, and the first thing you do is tell me a black joke, and when I get offended, you tell me to stop being so sensitive, you just might be a racist. If we've just had a 15-minute conversation about the merits of military intervention in Syria, and you end it by saying you're so articulate, I'm not actually going to feel flattered. I'm sorry that I have to be the first to tell you this, but having you be surprised at the fact that I can string 2 words together and make a sentence isn't actually a compliment. No, you can't feel my skin. No, you can't touch my hair. Stop asking me to teach you how to twerk because I don't actually know how to. I play this game when I buy my makeup. It's called 50 Shades of Beige, and it isn't very fun. You see, I can turn on my television or open any book, and 9 times out of 10, there won't be a single person of color. Miss J.K. Rowling, you're trying to tell me that there are 4 black people in the entire British wizarding community, or were we just not able to get into Hogwarts? I find that hard to believe. When you mispronounce my name for the 10th time in a row and refuse to learn the correct pronunciation, it does not tell me you find other languages challenging. It tells me you find other languages inferior. My name was handed down to me by my forefathers. Look closely enough and you'll find an uprising between its letters, a revolution as a middle name, and a refugee camp as a hyphen. No, you can't give me a stupid nickname. My name is Hamda. 2 syllables. Clap it out if you need to.